Easy headshots are back, so prepare for the Hanzo apocalypse. How's it going, everybody? Force here, and today I want to talk about headshots in Overwatch and the changes that are coming through for projectile weapons. So around the launch of the game, I put out a video showcasing the generous hitbox size for projectile weapons, and the most notable takeaway was the fact that you really only had to shoot around a character's head to get a headshot. A direct hit was not required. On top of that, you could hit someone who wasn't even visible on your screen. So sometime after that, Blizzard released a patch to cut back on the size of those hitboxes, forcing you to aim more precisely. It was also around that time where we saw the drop in Hanzo to his current state, which is kind of not that played. He's a very underplayed hero. Well, the old projectile hitboxes are coming back. Specifically, they're reverting the change to reduce the size of the hero's projectiles. Now, of this, Blizzard said, altering the size of projectiles in flight had too many unintended side effects to keep in the game, at least in its current form. We will continue watching this and make additional changes if necessary. Now, this is currently being tested on the PC public test realm and is set to go live in the coming weeks. The change will affect any hero that has projectile-based attacks versus hit scan attacks, so people like Genji, Hanzo, Mei, and Zenyatta. Now, I wanted to see exactly how the new projectiles worked, so I did some testing, and you'll be happy to hear, if you had trouble hitting headshots, it's getting easier for these heroes. So firstly, I tested on the live servers, which are the ones that we're playing with now. Shooting above a target required you to get about half a head length away to land a hit, whereas shooting to the sides, you needed to at least clip the head of your target. Now, I did this test with multiple projectile heroes and from various distances. The requirements to hit remained the same, half a head length above, clipping to the sides. I then went over to test this on the PTR, and oh boy, is it more generous. The new requirements for landing a headshot are a full head length above and half a head length to the sides. Essentially, there's a much greater room for error once again. You don't need to be as precise to land your shots. Now, I didn't want to just test this on the target dummies, so I hopped into a custom game and tried it against actual heroes, and the results were consistent. One full head length above, half a head length to the sides. However, I should note that Blizzard has fixed the shooting people around the corners when they're not in your line of sight. Specifically, if someone is around a corner, you're less likely to hit them. Even if you're shooting at a spot that would be good enough were they visible to you, if a target is breaking your line of sight, the generous hitboxes seem to be reduced. Now, these changes are all undoubtedly happening in an attempt to bring Hanzo back. This plus his recent buff for his projectile and movement speed should mean that we see him more often. But that aside, any of the heroes who fire slower moving projectile weapons instead of hit scan will be benefiting from this as well. So go, jump into the game, my friends, and enjoy your now easier to land headshots. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me here today as we take a look at the upcoming changes to projectile weapons, how it's easier to land headshots with them now, how it should mean we're going to see many more Hanzos in the game as well. Let me know what y'all think about this and the video in the comment section below. Hope you have a good afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.